Understanding poke, the quick version. Okay, the old coot here coming back at you with another exciting video. The keys to good poke, if you're going to make it at home, are you want to freeze your fish or buy frozen fish, whether it's tuna or salmon, whatever the case may be. You want to freeze it for at least 24 hours, right? One day, just so that the freezing process will kill off any parasites or bacteria or whatever may have been present during the handling, packing process or whatever. After it's frozen, you want to put it in your refrigerator for 2 days, 48 hours to thaw out and to defrost. If it's par frozen when you're mixing up your poke after you've had all your liquids put in and everything else, that's totally fine. That's even better because it actually makes cutting the fish into cubes, right? Like little 1-inch cubes, even that much more easier. See, those are already pre-cut into 1-inch cubes. This particular brand, sometimes you find it at the supermarket, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you have to go to the ethnic markets to find this. But this is the one that I like. This is AAA grade tuna poke cubes. And basically, I'm going to thaw this for 48 hours before I put it into my liquids. Okay, ratios. What should everything be? Get yourself a good soy sauce. I like this one, the reduced sodium from Trader Joe's. 1 tablespoon, right? So 1 part, 1 tablespoon. The rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon. So 1 part, 1 tablespoon. I like to use honey instead of using sugar. You could use local, like really local stuff. This is from Farmer's Daughter down in the San Diego area, right? Or you could use Costco honey. That's totally fine. Just try to use the good stuff, right? Because if you're going to be spending, if you went out to eat this and you bought this at like a local store or local shop, you're probably spending $20 to $25 a pound. So if you're going to be making it on your own, try to use the good stuff, just saying. But it's 1 part, 1 part, 1 part, right? So 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon. Garlic. I like garlic. I use 1 part or 1 tablespoon. Ginger. Love fresh ginger. I actually use 2 parts ginger. You could get away with 1 part if you like ginger, but you don't want too much of it. So basically it's 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon of finely chopped garlic, 2 tablespoons of finely chopped ginger. So what you do is, those are the ratios. Now you can multiply or reduce depending on how much fish you're going to be mixing into that liquid. This is for 1 pound. So for 1 pound of tuna or salmon or whatever fish you decide to use, 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon of garlic, 2 tablespoons of ginger. Mix all the liquids, the ginger and the garlic together, put it in a bowl. So while this is defrosting for 48 hours, I'm basically letting all this marinade together, right, to build the flavors in one homogeneous unit. You also want to put in, this is optional, but what I do is I put in 1 tablespoon or 1 part of the Furikake blend, which is basically like a topping. But this particular one, if you see right there, it has Bonito in it. And Bonito is kind of like it's a dried fish that is, it's a fish that's caught and then dried. And basically that flavor adds a little extra umami to the final product. So that's why I put in 1 tablespoon of the topping into the liquid mix to kind of give me the sesame seeds and the bonito and the seaweed and like a lot of good other stuff that's going on in there. In terms of heat, this is purely optional, but in terms of heat, I like these chilies. These are this is a red pepper powder derived from that chili. I believe originally this is a product of China, what isn't these days, and then packed in Korea. You kind of get a sense of what's going on there. But basically, this was like the best bang for the buck that I could find. It's kind of similar to like gochugaru, right? Gochugaru, the Korean kind of red pepper. It's up to you how much you want to put. Half a teaspoon, a full tablespoon, whatever floats your boat in terms of heat. But let all this marinate for 48 hours while your fish is defrosting. Once your fish is defrosted, if you had, let's say, a fillet of salmon, cut it up into 3/4 inch, 1-inch cubes, kind of similar in size to what you see right there, right? Trying to get different angles to show you. Put your fish in the marinade, mix it all up. You could add more of this. You could also add maybe a teaspoon or a tablespoon of sesame oil, whatever one you like or whichever one you like to use, to kind of give you a little more flavor. But the smell and the taste right now of this is just absolutely amazing. I could put this on anything. I could use this as a marinade for chicken, right? I could use this for the poke. I could use this as a sushi sauce. Like, it's just incredible. The base, right? This is the base sauce of what you could use this for. And like I said, in this case, we're going to make some tuna poke with it. Anyways, I hope this video out there helps someone. Check out the video right after this one. So the video literally right after this one, where I go more in depth of what everything is. You can check that out. I'll put links to some of these products down there below in the description. I'm the Old Coot, and I'll catch you all on the next exciting adventure.